2 days. I spent 2 days researching on Xbox, writing what I honestly thought was a banger of a script and editing the video, only to watch all that hard work go straight into the trash because Grand Theft Auto 6 opened pre-orders and the entire world collectively lost its mind. Everyone is busy dissecting the new screenshots and arguing about the price. Half the internet is calling the Ultimate Edition the most egregious monetization strategy they've ever seen. The other half is calling them broke and bragging about pre-ordering the $100 version because it's only $20 extra, defending Rockstar by saying things like 13 years or more than enough to save up $100. Meanwhile, PlayStation is out here rebranding their app logo for GTA 6, which is something they never even did for their biggest exclusives. And on top of that, the console literally boots up, prompting you to pre-order the game. I mean, GTA 6 is so damn massive, so culturally heavy, that it has the ability to literally just delete the rest of the industry from the conversation. Nobody gives a about Microsoft or Xbox and their price hikes right now. Nobody cares that they have already laid off God knows how many devs. And that's when I realized something bizarre. Grand Theft Auto 6 is a consumer product that doesn't need the industry needs GTA 6. I mean, just think about it. Every other business in the world has to design their entire strategy around the market conditions, while the gaming industry is building their entire strategy around GTA 6, with devs moving out of its way and dropping their games in September, leaving November looking like a ghost town, and PlayStation trying to leverage GTA 6 to sell more consoles. So it's not just the audience that's gone crazy, sniffing the farts of Rockstar employees trying to predict the trailer 3 release date based on the stink. The entire industry is losing its mind. The greedy corporate executives and CEOs like US Guillemot, for example, are overanalyzing every move, breaking down what GTA 6 is doing with the price, how it's positioning the two versions of the game, and most importantly, they're thinking, well, how can we apply this to our new Assassin's Creed game? And because of that, a lot of people think that GTA 6 is gonna normalize the $80 price tag, and while that argument makes sense, I don't think that's gonna be the case, at least not anytime soon, but more on that in a bit. First, we need to address the empty box situation because people are really mad about this whole code in the box thing. If you really want a disc in a box, Insomniac's got you covered, bub. Go pre-order Wolverine. But if you're tired of walking, there are some rumors that GTA 6 might start printing discs somewhere in December, so waiting might be a better option than, well, that, but anyways. Let's talk about what actually matters here. By now, even my grandma knows that GTA 6 is selling 2 different versions and what the Ultimate Edition is offering. Well, she probably forgot that because she's got Parkinson's, but thankfully you don't. I'm sure all that is drilled into your head by now, so I won't be repeating all that. What I do want to talk about though is how Rockstar is framing the Ultimate Edition. Because in my opinion, this is one of the most disgusting ways I've ever seen to artificially inflate the value of a product. They're locking away car customization garages, clothing stores, tattoo shops, and classic car restoration missions behind a $20 upgrade. And let's make one thing clear. This isn't Rockstar giving you additional content for spending $100. This is them holding back content from the people who bought the light version of the game. Like, okay, I understand locking outfits and weapon skins or even a couple of missions behind a paywall, but they're literally locking you out of entire shops. It's like saying, no sir, you can't enter this store because you're broke.
Fuck out of here.
Not to mention GTA Online 2 or whatever they're gonna call it will probably be sold for an extra $20 or more because that's a massive cash cow, and of course they're not leaving that behind. What are we doing here, man? I absolutely hate this, but at the same time you have to give them credit because this is some of the smartest marketing I've ever seen. Take-Two is squeezing this game in the most optimal way possible. The thing is, they've likely poured more than $1 billion into this game, and it only makes sense that they'd want the maximum number of people to buy the $100 version. Rockstar knows that people have waited more than a decade for this game, and a lot of them will buy the Ultimate Edition just to get the full experience, and they're capitalizing on the FOMO with extremely controlled information. On paper, the Ultimate Edition sounds like a lot of extra content, but that's only because you have nothing to compare it to. No one knows how many clothing stores will be in the game, no one knows how many custom garages, tattoo shops, or barber shops will be in the game, and it's entirely possible that there are a lot. I mean, let's look at the glass half full here. Rockstar has a track record of over-delivering by a colossal margin. Look at RDR2. That game came out 8 years ago and people are still finding new details. It offered an absurd amount of content, and most games, with the possible exception of Crimson Desert, don't even come close. And in case you don't remember, they pulled a similar move with a special edition of RDR2 as well. That game also had an exclusive mission and some of the gear you could get free from shops, but if you played the $60 version of the game, did you actually miss out on anything? I don't think so. It's entirely possible that the standard edition of GTA 6 is filled with content and countless other shops, but they're not gonna tell you that because they want you to panic buy the Ultimate Edition. Which is likely working in my opinion, because I'm sure thousands of people are probably buying the $100 version as we speak. And I also think they're not gonna stop here either. They're gonna try and convince people to upgrade to the Ultimate Edition later on using sneaky or not so sneaky tactics. They've already made it clear that you can upgrade to the Ultimate Edition whenever you want, and that is a brilliant move. I mean, think about it. It's not just cosmetics. They're locking entire shops, entire places that you could interact with. And I could be wrong, but I think those locked shops are gonna be sitting right there on your map with a neat little locked icon next to them. You can walk up to the store, but as soon as you try walking in, you'll get hit with a pop-up in the top left corner of the screen telling you to upgrade. I hate it, and I'm sure a lot of people hate it too, but the thing is, no matter what, Grand Theft Auto 6 is a game that will get away with it. I mean, who am I kidding? I'll probably upgrade to the Ultimate Edition later myself just for the vintage car restoration missions, cause man, I love vintage cars. And that's the thing that really gets me, because if even I'm upgrading knowing fully well what they're doing, millions of other people are likely gonna upgrade too. And that right there is a real problem, not just for this game, but for the entire industry. As I said before, a lot of people think GTA 6 is gonna normalize the $80 price tag across the board. I disagree. I don't think other companies can sell their games at that price. Just think about it. Grand Theft Auto 6 is undoubtedly the biggest, most content-heavy, most mechanically rich game ever made. But Rockstar decided that $80 is the ceiling even for a quadruple-A outlier. They have set the standard. So if any other studio like let's say Ubisoft or Activision try and slap an $80 price tag on Assassin's Creed Hex or the next Call of Duty, they're inviting a world of trouble. The second they announce that price, the comparisons start. People are gonna look at their game and ask, okay, so you're charging $80 for this game. Does it offer GTA 6 levels of quality content and polish? No? Get the f out of here. And we've seen this before. Remember how Microsoft tried selling Outer Worlds 2 for $80? They had to backtrack because no one wanted to buy that game. Not to mention it struggled to move copies even at $70. The thing a lot of people overlook is that the market has gotten increasingly patient. A vast majority of people wait for a sale instead of buying the game at full price. Now sure, with GTA 6 the math is a bit different, but even then, I'm sure a lot of people will wait for a sale. Not to mention a lot of PC gamers aren't gonna rush out and buy a PS5 for it, they'll just wait an extra year for the PC port. So if people can wait for discount on GTA 6, what hope is there for any other games? Now I could be wrong, of course, I'm not an industry expert, but the point is, if anything, GTA 6 has actually made sure that the $80 price tag doesn't become the norm, at least for the next 4 years. So that price tag is the least of my worries. What actually worries me though is something else entirely, and honestly, no one's really talking about this. The executives at other companies are watching all this very closely, and they probably understand that they can't copy the price tag. But you know what they can copy? The monetization model. Selling you a light version of the game at $70 and gatekeeping the actual complete game behind an Ultimate or Special Edition. That is the door that GTA 6 has kicked wide open. For GTA 6, maybe we can justify the Ultimate Edition assuming the base game is packed with quality content, but can you say the same thing about any of the AAA games? Half of the games these days barely justify existing, and that is something everyone will overlook. Other companies are not gonna think that GTA 6 was filled to the brim with quality content. They're just gonna be like, yup, this works, let's do this, and just fly off the handle with the gatekeeping. So I think we're gonna see light versions of mediocre, uninspired propaganda-ridden games very soon, with even basic gameplay features locked behind an additional paywall. Like, just imagine the next Call of Duty locking weapon customization or even guns behind a $120 special edition. Like, here you go, good luck knifing everyone, that's what you get for $70. Now yes, you can argue that there will be outrage, there will be backlash, but if there's one thing that horse armor taught us is that at the end of the day, it all just works. So while I'm genuinely excited for GTA 6, and I really hope it's a generational masterpiece it deserves to be, this game is gonna reshape the industry. And given the history of these companies, learning all the wrong lessons from all the right successes, I think it's gonna be a change for the worse. But I'll leave you at that. Do share your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about the price tag and the monetization model for GTA 6? Do you think it will be justified, or is it all just ridiculous and should have never been this way? Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you found this video valuable. If you want this video to reach more people who are sick of the industry's crap, hit that hype button and share the video with your friends. I'd really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.